Nitya Deshatari. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 10. We were hearing yesterday how Narad Muni is saying that of the four opulences that people want, good aristocratic family, or beauty, or good education, or wealth, the attraction to wealth that creates too much pride in us, leads much faster to degradation. Okay, reading on. Deva samnitam api ante
देवसंहितं अपि अन्ते
krimi vidbhasma samnitam
कृमिविद्भस्मसंवितं
bhuta druktat krite svartham
भूतादृक्तकृते सर्त्वं
kim veda nirayo yataha.
किं वेदानिर्तो गतः.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. While living, one may be proud of one's body, thinking oneself a very big man, minister, president, or even demigod. But whatever one may be, after death his body will turn either into worms, into stool, or into ashes. If one kills poor animals to satisfy the temporary whims of this body, one does not know that he will suffer in his next birth, for such a sinful miscreant must go to hell and suffer the results of his actions. In this verse, the three words krimi with bhisma are significant. After death, the body may become krimi, which means worms. If the body is disposed of without cremation, it may be eaten by worms, or else it may be eaten by animals like hogs and vultures and be turned into stool. Those who are more civilized burn the dead body, and thus it becomes ashes. Bhasma samnitam. So here Narad Muni is saying that we may be so proud that, oh, right now I'm a big person, I have a big position, I'm so and so, I'm so and so, a rich man or a political man or president or demigod also. Narad Muni is saying, after death, this body is either going to be burnt, will become ashes, or it's going to be into worms, turn into worms, because the worms will eat the body, right? If the body is not cremated, it's buried, then the worms will eat it. Or if it's just left like that, then it'll be eaten by animals. That's how it'll turn into stool. So we are so proud of this body, but we don't understand that time in this body is temporary, and that soon this body is either going to be turned into either worm, stool, or ashes. Yet, although the body will be turned into worm, stool, or ashes, foolish persons, just to maintain it, commit many sinful activities. This is certainly regrettable. The human form of body is actually meant for jivasya tattva jigyasa, enlightenment and knowledge of spiritual values. So what is this human body is meant for?
For Krishna Bhakti, for Krishna service.
Yeah, Krishna Bhakti, Krishna service. That's right. That's why we have been given this body. Therefore, one must seek shelter of a bona fide spiritual master. Tasmat Gurum Prapadyeta. One must approach a guru. Who is a guru? Shabde Parecha Nishnatam. Bhagavatam 11.3.25. A guru is one who has full transcendental knowledge. Unless one approaches a spiritual master, one remains in ignorance. Acharyavan Purusho Veda, Chandogya Upanishad 6.14.2. One has full knowledge about life when one is Acharyavan, controlled by the Acharya. But when one is conducted by Rajogun and Tamogun, one does not care about anything. Instead, one acts like an ordinary foolish animal, risking his life, mrityu samsara vartamani, and therefore continuing to go through suffering after suffering. So, to engage in Krishna consciousness, we need to get guidance how to do. So, we get guidance from the Guru. Guru teaches us how to please Krishna. Guru engages us in hearing and chanting. So, such a foolish person does not know how to elevate himself in this body. Instead, he indulges in sinful activities and goes deeper and deeper into hellish life. So, we can see now that the modes of passion and ignorance are in fact very much prevalent. So, what we need to do is we need to spread this knowledge of Bhagavatam so that we as a society can understand, oh, the real goal of life is to revive our love for Krishna and not just sense gratification. Mm. That is the goal of life. Otherwise, we are engaging in more and more sinful activities. And the result of sinful activity, we will get more and more suffering. Deha kim anna dhatu swam.
Deha kim annadhatu swam.
Nishektur matureva cha.
Nishektur matur evacha.
Matu pitur va balinaha.
Matu pitur va balina.
Kretur agneshuno piva.
Kretur agneshno pipa.
While alive, does this body belong to its employer, to the self, to the father, the mother, or the mother's father? Does it belong to the person who takes it away by force, to the slave master who purchases it, or to the son who burn it in the fire? Or, if the body is not burned, does it belong to the dogs that eat it? Among the many possible claimants, who is the rightful claimant? Not to ascertain this, but instead to maintain the body by sinful activities is not good. So here, Narad Muni is saying that we get so proud that I am this, I am that, I have this, or I have that. You know, so proud. We don't realize this body is temporary, soon gonna be finished. And then we are thinking, and then we are not thinking, who does this body actually belong to? Narad Muni saying we are not thinking that who does this body actually belong to? But instead we are just engaging in sinful activity. Belong to, does it belong to its employer? To the self? Self means the soul, right? Employer means who we are working for. Or is it the father, the mother's father? Or to the slave master? Or to the son who's going to burn it in the fire? Or is it the dogs who are going to eat it if the body is not burned? So there are so many people who can claim the ownership of the body. So who does it actually belong to? Narad Muni is raising this question here. Evam sadharanam deham
एवं साधारणं देहम्
avyakta prabhavapayayam
अव्यक्तप्रभवापयम्
ko vidvan atma satkritva
को विद्वानात्मशत्कृत्वा
hanti jatun riteshatah.
हन्ति जातुम् उपेशतः.
This body, after all, is produced by the unmanifested nature and again annihilated and merged in the natural elements. Therefore, It is the common property of everyone. Under the circumstances, who but a rascal claims this property as his own, and while maintaining it, commits such sinful activities as killing animals just to satisfy his whims? Unless one is a rascal, one cannot commit such sinful activities. So, atheists do not believe in the existence of the soul. Nonetheless, unless one is very cruel, why should one kill animals unnecessarily? The body is a manifestation of a combination of matter. In the beginning, it was nothing, but by a combination of matter, it has come into existence. Then again, when the combination is dismantled, the body will no longer exist. In the beginning, it was nothing, and in the end, it will be nothing. Why then should one commit sinful activities when it is manifested? It is not possible for anyone to do this unless he is a rascal, number one. So Narad Muni is saying the body is so temporary. It didn't exist before. We are the soul, right? Here we are talking about the body, not the soul. So the soul, we were in another body. Right now we are in this body. This body didn't exist before we entered this body. It was, and the body is combination of some matter, right? Earth, water, air, fire. It grows, it dwindles, it vanishes, it keeps changing. So then Narad Muni is saying, while being in the body, when we commit sinful activities like killing animals, one is a rascal. This Narad Muni is saying this. He's again and again pointing out to unnecessary animal killing because one gets so proud. We get so proud of our economic development that we don't care for others. Asata Shri Mad Madna Mad Andhasya
Asata Srimad
Tasya
Andasya
Daridryam Param Anjanam
Daridryam
Daritram
Param Janam
Anjanam
Atmopam Yena Bhutani
Atmopam
Atmapam
Yena Bhutani
Daridra Param Ikshate.
Daritra Param Ikshate.
Atheistic fools and rascals who are very much proud of wealth fail to see things as they are. Therefore, returning them to poverty is the proper ointment for their eyes, so they may see things as they are. At least a poverty-stricken man can realize how painful poverty is, and therefore he will not want others to be in a painful condition like his own. Even today, if a man who was formerly poverty-stricken gets money, he is inclined to utilize his money to perform many philanthropic activities, like opening schools for uneducated men and hospitals for the deceased. So, here Prabhupada is saying if one was before a poor man and then he becomes rich, then he is inclined to help others because he knows the pains of being poor. He knows the difficulties of being poor. So he helps others, education or has hospitals. So in this connection, there is an instructive story called Punar Mushiko Bhava. Again become a mouse. A mouse was very much harassed by a cat. And therefore the mouse approached a saintly person to request to become a cat. So there's a mouse. This mouse, there is one cat who's always troubling him. So this mouse is going to the sadhu. Oh, my dear sadhu, this cat is troubling me. So you make me a cat now. So then, okay, the sadhu says, okay, he makes him a cat. Now, when the mouse became a cat, he was harassed by a dog. So now he goes to the sadhu and say, okay, now that I'm a cat, now the dog is troubling me. So sadhu made him a dog. He's telling the sadhu, now you make me a dog. Okay, become a dog. And when he became a dog, then he was harassed by a tiger. Tiger was coming to eat him. So he goes to the sadhu and tells the sadhu, you make me a tiger. So sadhu said, okay, become a tiger. But now when he's become a tiger, he was looking at the sadhu, staring at him. So sadhu said, what do you want? The tiger saying, I want to eat you. Then the sadhu told him, okay, you become a mouse again now. Yeah, he became a tiger and he wants to eat the sadhu. So the sadhu say, okay, now you again become a mouse. A similar thing is going on all over the universe. One is going up and down, sometimes becoming a mouse, sometimes a tiger, and so on. So this is what we are doing, wandering in the universe in different bodies. We have different desires, fulfill our desires and our actions. We are getting different bodies, going up and down. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Brahmanda Brahmite Kon Bhagyavan Jiva Guru Krishna Prasade Paya Bhakti Lata Bij. Caitanya Caritamita Madhya 19.151. The living entities are promoted and degraded by the laws of nature. But if one is very, very fortunate, by association with saintly persons, he gets the seed of devotional service and his life becomes successful. So this is the real good fortune, real bhagya, sadhu sangha, getting the association of a devotee, get the seed of devotional service. Narad Muni wanted to bring Nalakovara and Manigriva to the platform of devotional service through poverty, and thus he cursed them. Such is the mercy of a Vaishnava. So Narad Muni is saying these two boys are too puffed up, too intoxicated. They have everything. Good family, wealth, beauty, education, and now see what they are doing. So he said he wants them to become devotees. So he's once going to make them into trees. Trees have nothing, right? So unless one is brought to the Vaishnav platform, one cannot be a good man. Harav bhaktasya kuto mahad gunaha. Bhagavatam 5.18.12. That a, a Vaishnav, he has all the good qualities. He's the real friend of the humanity. He's paradukha dukhi. He sees the suffering souls and so he wants to take away everyone's suffering by giving them Krishna consciousness. That's the real benefit we can do to someone. An Vaishnav never becomes a good man, however severely he is punished. So becoming a devotee. You all want to add anything? Any questions? Okay.
I think it was clear. Yeah.
Okay. Yatha kantaka vid ango.
Yata kantaka vid ango
Jantar ne Jantor nechati tam vyatham.
jantor nechati tam vyatam
Jiva samyam gato linger.
jiva samyam gato linge
Na tatha vidha kantakaha.
na tatha vidha kantaka.
By seeing their faces, one whose body has been pricked by pins can understand the pain of others who are pin-pricked. Realizing that this pain is the same for everyone, he does not want others to suffer in this way. But one who has never been pricked by pins cannot understand this pain. There's a saying, the happiness of wealth is enjoyable by a person who's tasted the distress of poverty. Poor man really knows when he gets money, then he really feels grateful for it because he's seen the pains of being poor. There's also another common saying, Vandya ki bujhibe prasava vedana. A woman who has not given birth to a child cannot understand the pain of childbirth. Unless one comes to the platform of actual experience, one cannot realize what is pain and what is happiness in this material world. So we just, happiness, okay, a man, he didn't have money, suddenly he has money, then he becomes very happy. Pain, woman who is not given childbirth cannot understand the pain of giving a child, birth to a child. So experiencing pain and happiness. So the laws of nature act accordingly. If one has killed an animal, one must himself be killed by that same animal. This is called mamsa. Mam means me and sa means he. As I am eating an animal, that animal will have the opportunity to eat me. In every state, therefore, it is ordinarily the custom that if a person commits murder, he is hanged. That's the law of nature. Law of nature, if we kill any animal, then that animal will kill us. So before, that's why there used to be the capital punishment. Murderer would be punished by the death sentence. So should we stop here?
Yeah, it's a bit long, right?
Yeah. So Narad Muni is saying that these boys, they don't understand, they've not experienced any pain. So they're not going to understand anything. Right now, they're just too intoxicated. Uh, so he can't give them devotional service directly. Immediately, he can't give them knowledge because they're not going to understand it. So he wants them to first experience that everything is taken away. And of course, but he's giving them such a good curse that they can see the pastimes of Krishna. They're going to become trees in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. We'll continue reading tomorrow. Did you all want to add it? Anything, comment, anything?
Mhm.
So we can see that how we get so proud with this body. Mhm. I'm sorry.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, actually, I was saying, like you just explained, like doing a murder. We have punishment like hanged, right?
Mhm.
But killing the animals and eating, there is no punishment in this physical world, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
then, right?
Yeah.
Then how it is related? Like so many people, they are eating, most of them, like more than 50%, more than 60% in the whole world, they are eating meat.
Yeah.
So
That's
are they
exactly
both?
what they are saying, that it shouldn't be done. And
Yeah,
that
but in the next life, what will they will? Uh,
animals, as we just read, because the Shastras is saying we kill an animal, then the next life that animal will kill us.
yeah, but they are eating so many animals. So what type
So
of
then
animal?
that means so many lives have to suffer.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, and each life they will become animal, right? In
Yeah,
different type of animal.
that's right.
Okay. Thank you.
So that's why Narad Muni, now so many verses, he said that in pride we are engaging in sinful activity, but we do not realize that how much suffering we are creating for our own self. It's creating suffering for others also, of course, and but for our own self too, under this intoxication. Okay.
Yeah, also like it mentioned about the body, right? That yeah, it's not permanent. It's going to perish because it's made of the material, right? Elements.
Yeah. Yeah.
So once it's perishes means it just merges, right? Becomes joins with the material elements. Right?
Joins with the material elements. That's right. Before it joins with the material elements, it may become these three things. What were they? We just read.
It can be worm,
Yeah,
stool.
Stool, worm, and ash. Ash.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You know, we are so proud of this body and how we use it also in so many ways that it shouldn't be used. But that's actually what's going to become of this body. So here we can see Narad Muni is giving us such important knowledge. Okay, we'll continue reading tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you for listening and joining. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.